Welcome back. This is Jack. I'm just gonna roll right into this one because it's just an art stream, so I don't need to do like the whole fancy setup and everything like that. Figure we get some of the usual music going. Uh, does that not have the? Hang on, you're gonna lose me for a second, or I'm just gonna blow up. I don't remember which. Yeah, I blow up. That's what it is. Filters. Yeah, so noise suppression's not doing it. Should not be hearing the music that well. I guess I gotta turn it down. That should do it. Let me turn down the sensitivity on my mic again. All right. No, that's still too quiet because then you can't really hear me. Oh, well, I think it's low enough that you shouldn't be able to hear it very well through the mic, so you shouldn't be getting double noise. Hopefully my system doesn't go kafooey. Go. You coming back up? There you are. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And it's drawing on the right place. Oh, I gotta pull something up. Hang on. It's on the wrong side. If you're wondering what those were, they're just some skins and mods for Monster Hunter Rise. So I want to show you what I've done already because I haven't done too much, and I'll probably redo all of it anyway. So the idea of I'm doing the comic, and the very first frame is actually just a black screen, so that's why it starts at 2. And here's when I did it colored. Unfortunately, it's not the actual saved one, so I can't just show you what it looks like behind the opening of the eye. And then I also wanted to dabble in trying it in black and white. And I never got to frame 4, which is when you see the first character. Hey, Cool Walker. Because I tried a couple times to draw it, and it ended up just looking like garbage. Like, I really just couldn't figure out how I wanted to do it. I was using Joseph Joestar as a template at one point, and it just didn't come out right. But I think I have an idea how I want to do it this time. So as always, let's start with a new layer. But how's your day going, Cool Walker? I know I saw you starting to play Resident Evil 8, so that's a big plus. Ugh. I think this is actually the best version of this hat I've been able to pull off this time. Because all the other times, like, it just came out horrendous. No, I don't like that. Oh, that's no problem. Like, because you got to remember, I've actually thought of that for my own manga slash anime slash whatever, in regards to the idea of a world Oh no, you're fine. Like I have that. I honestly I have that whole channel muted. I have that whole channel muted, so I don't like you have to poke me, because I have almost every channel except for my channel muted, just because, like it's nothing personal. Don't like how two-dimensional his face is looking. So you're free to poke me whenever, like if you want my insight on something. No. No. Hey Nico, I didn't see you popping in there. How's it going, Nico? We're gonna get some. I'm gonna get some inspiration. I'm gonna go back to using Joseph Joestar as inspiration because this character's face is concealed by his hat in this opening one. But I feel like if I can get, if I feel like I can get a good, like, angled picture of him, I think I can. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. So what I'm having trouble with is like doing the angle. See, this is what I'm kind of thinking right here. So yeah, I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong. So let's start with the jawline, which should be about here-ish. I do need to, I'm taking a slight break from trying to do the animation project. I've dabbled a little bit since we last talked, just so I could learn the program, and I still think I have very good progress I can make, but I'm not wanting to invest myself fully. Yeah, too circular. That's a bit better. What's been going on for you lately, Nico? I'll do it. I've been doing some communication commissions and honestly just using Discord all day. Yeah, I get that. I've had days where I feel like I'm on Discord all day too, helping people troubleshoot their computers or whatever. I feel like too much of his hat is, or sorry, too much of his face is being shown. I'm trying to cover up most of his face. So let's get rid of what I've done here. Not to mention I'm not enjoying it. This does not bring me happiness. Although, let me make the hat bigger so I can just stretch it out with this. Shit, here it goes. Yeah, I have a bad habit of drawing too small. I'm doing pretty good. Like on my Coffee Over Gaming channel, I feel I'm legitimately like growing as a channel. I'm getting a lot of regular subscribers. I'm getting a lot of regular comments and views. And it's not every time and it's not only when I just drop new videos. It's just continuous. So It makes me feel like my content is being shared and shown, and that makes me happy because I spent a year and a half doing Let's Plays and it on this channel, and it just felt like it was going nowhere. And now that my other channel just feels like it's just growing, like legitimately growing, and it feels good. What kind of commissions you doing? Any good ones? Because I used to take a lot of commissions more for my video editing stuff, but I don't like dealing with customers too much. No, I'm not making that. I'll just leave that blank for right now. I won't worry about detail. I'm just gonna worry about like the shape of his head for right now. I don't like that, but it's gonna work for now. Yeah, like it legit. It feels good just because I felt stagnant and not having any real chance for a long time, and I'm gonna slouch hell of a lot more. Let's see where I'm at. Like, I want to see how I am on camera, just because yeah, I'm a little low. I need to lower this. When I slouch, I want to even when I'm slouching, I'd like to be on camera because it makes me more expressive. Um. Anyway, and I've just spent so long like feeling like like even though I do make people happy and that is a big buff, it does suck when you feel like what you're doing is not worth it, even if but some people are enjoying my work legitimately and it makes me happy. All right, we're gonna do this on a new layer. So audience opinion, should I go for the color route? This is somebody waking up seeing the campfire. Or should I do the black and white route? Who wins? Who's next? You decide. I don't know why I decided to do that. Black and white looks better. You're the second person to say that, so I think that's what I'll go with. Yeah, learning to do grayscale will be interesting, just because I've never bothered doing it before. That's too big. So the character I'm showing right here, he's supposed to invoke the feeling like of an old cowboy. And this comic is based on a short story that I wrote back in college, which is about 2 years ago. And let me undo those last couple lines. I think waking up to ash and dust. To ash and dust. I don't get what you're saying, Nico. I feel like the side of his face is too big. I really do. Like this whole section could be smaller, or should be smaller because it's shrinking the size of his hat. Let's. I don't want to delete the hat because I really like the hat. So let's just erase everything but the hat. I'm gonna go back and try again. I really should make the hat its own layer just because I did a really good job with that hat, which I will do. Let's go ahead and make it its own layer. But the face, the way I did the head, other than that little side part, Grayscale helps you set the art process. But personally, I'm just lazy to learn. Yeah, correct. And plus, like color theory and all that stuff, I'm not really good at yet. Um, Imagine Dragon, yeah. Not to mention, most manga, remember, is done in grayscale for production, so like it doesn't hurt too much for me to do it this way. Yeah, we're on the new layer. All right, this is not too bad. Actually, the head might be a little too small now. Still trying to master my shortcuts. Not too bad. I'm gonna probably try to dive more into the animation again. I just wanted to do I wanted to work on this today, and I haven't streamed in a little bit doing this, so I just decided fuck it, I'm gonna do that today. And I know you guys are okay with me doing that, like legitimately cool with it. No, actually that works. Let me actually just a little bit more forward. That's actually pretty damn good, and it doesn't look as two-dimensional as I normally draw, so I'm actually really enjoying this. Actually, that's coming out really damn good. All right, so that's the blank template. Let's add another layer for some of the details I'm going to start adding in. I'm going to have to shrink the... Vex, how have you been? I hadn't heard from you in a little bit, too. Don't like that. Don't worry, I'm about to do some cleanup on this. Wrong button. That actually looks a lot better. Let's go down a layer and get rid of this line, which was the original guidon for his hair. Let's go back up to his hair itself. Let's see here. I've been good getting close to finishing Neo 2, at least the pre-New Game Plus stuff. That's good. Because the game is legitimately good. Like, I will admit that. Ooh, I actually don't know how long I'm going to be able to stream all of a sudden. I just like, my stomach just reminded me, you haven't eaten today. I can at least get this art finished. When I'm on one of my manic episodes, I get like that, where I just don't eat. Because I just don't feel hungry, so I forget to. Alright. This is actually infinitely better than my first attempt. Now let me start adding in some of the shading I wanted to do. And we're going to actually put the shading at the very bottom of the set. Let's start with here. That's, I think, a good color for facial hair. That might be too light. Let me darken it. Because I forgot about the opacity part. Let me switch over to paintbrush. Might be better. Food is good for the brain. Yeah. Like, because of my bipolarism, I forget to eat a lot. Mind you, that depends on, like, my mental state. If I'm on the depressive side, oh, I forgot to draw the mouth. I'll add that in a second. Once I get the hair colored a bit. Let me just do the block up here. Tiny details will be added in a minute, in case you're wondering. Like right now, I'm just wanting to get the basic grayscaling in. I think that's why I've been having issues, because the opacity's at 100 and I didn't mean for it to be. Oh well. I'll try it like this. Yeah, this is White Bat. It's one of their newest ones. Whenever I go to stream this, I just go to their channel and find one that is a solid length of time. And go from there. And as me and you have discussed before, thankfully their work is DMCA free. So I don't have to worry about them hitting me up for any of it. Oh, shit. I forgot to change the opacity back. That's good enough. Also, side note, I think the recording part of the OBS is giving my computer connectivity issues. Yeah, then just go ahead and turn it off. If you're having issues, turn it off. Because you can always just re-download the stream itself. Personally, I've always enjoyed like being able to like edit the sound. That is really effing annoying. Like those high tones were bothering me. My favorite tool in this whole program. Boop. Didn't get all of it, that's fine. Hey, while y'all got me, anybody else got any tech support things you want to bring up? I'll be glad to listen. I'm gonna do a separate layer for coloring the hat. It's gonna be almost all the same color anyway, so it's not a big deal. Because that's gonna be solid. With some highlights put into it. It's gonna be almost pitch black. Like just enough that you still see the outline. I'm actually going to redraw the first couple frames. It's just that his picture was bothering me a lot. So I wanted to go ahead and see what I could knock out with this. I'll go ahead and put this the same color. And I got to do a couple shades lighter in a couple spots because his head is tilted towards a campfire. No, that last couple pieces I don't need to do. Nope. Lighter. Lighter. Actually, that might work. No, lighter, because his skin tone is... Actually, I'm going to darken his skin tone. Actually, see where it's currently at? It's up there. Let's bring it down to here. Hopefully if it's enough... Yeah, it's enough distinction from the beard, you can still see the difference. And after this, I'm going to start adding in some detail. I also need to thicken up the under part of his eye, because that's not like the under crease of his eye. That's actually lack of sleep, like bags under the eyes. So I can thicken that up. Yeah, that's where it's at. Okay. Now let's start going in for some details. Forgot to actually change the layer for that, so that's fine. Alright, so the big part of first place to start would be to add lines to the beard. Oh, that's too thick. Let's bring it down to 3. 3 ought to do it. That's perfect. Not that last one. Alright. Let's give him a nice scar, because I already planned on giving him one. Yeah, it's still not my best work, obviously. I think I did much better when I was doing the, words. When I was doing the, I'm gonna do the classic, scar across the eye. No, I don't want to shade it in like that. No, I'll shade it in. When I was doing Gothics, back when I was doing it back then, I feel like it was much better. I can give another scar right over here. I feel that this is a good spot. I think I did it. I think this looks good. I will draw somewhat of an. Let's do an environment around him. Like I was gonna stop here. Let's do a bit of an environment. I can also probably draw his body a bit. I really don't want to because I'm not good at that. But let's draw. Let's at least do the background. I can do a little bit of the background, and then I might do his body because this is just a frame in a comic. But I do need to practice doing body work, so bring that all the way down here. And the benefit to the background is it's very faded, or it's very fuzzy because it's distant, so I can draw it out, and then and then add a blur effect to any coloring I do. No, that was paintbrush the whole time. Did not realize that. Let's make sure no one's saying anything that I need to address. I think, considering like I'm not used to doing grayscale, I think this is legitimately pretty good. And thanks to layering, I'll be able to add his body over this. No problem. Ah, shit. That is a problem with how I did that. Let's go back. Yeah, it's too thick. Still actually too thick, but I'm going to leave it like that. Alright, we're going to go stay on paintbrush. We're going to do the lighter shade right there. Oh, it's because the layer I'm doing it is above. Alright, now that I've done that, I can go ahead and cheat like I usually do. There we go, and then I just got to go back over and fill in those lines. Did I miss anything? Yeah, no one said anything. Okay, cool. Has anybody got any fun projects they're working on? I know you're doing your stream. Cool. You got any videos for your channel coming along? Because I know you said you've been trying to edit up a couple. Or are you just waiting for the new for your new software? Alright, so the last bit of grayscale I need to do is a very, very faint one for the background, for the sky. And I'm going to do this. Let's actually go back and add the lines to that. Because with how I do the lines for everything else, it'd be awkward if I didn't do it for this. That's too thin. Also wrong color. I don't know which is actually painted. Actually, quite a bit. Alright, cool. I think this is actually pretty good, all things considered. Like, once again, I'm doing grayscale for the really the first time. I've done a little bit while streaming. Doing fan art. I said I'd do some days ago. Cool. I'm gonna pretend that you're talking about fan art for my stuff. I think this is a very good start. Like this is actually a lot of progress compared to how I was doing it before. Because I feel like he's less looking one-dimensional, and that's already significant progress. And I don't know how to do grayscale very well, and I know I can add some details to that. Um, I know I could add some details to the. I'm just doing a basic outline of his body. I don't even remember how he was supposed to be dressed. I might just do a poncho to cover up a lot of details. And ponchos are cool. Thank you. I'm debating if I want to go back and add stars. I might still do that. Yeah, I think I actually gave him a poncho if I remember correctly. So I can actually hide a lot of details in his body. I think in the story I gave him a poncho. So actually, like, this would be a blur. You wouldn't actually see his body very well. Because once again, he's supposed to, his appearance is supposed to invoke, like, an old cowboy. I described him as having, like, a hawk look to him. Like, very angular and hawkish with his eyes. I need to actually draw the lines for where his poncho would start. I know I was not going to do the body, but fuck it. I'm already here. God damn it. The fan art about your project. Woo! That actually makes me happy. Just the fact that I have somebody who considers himself a fan of my work, like, to be honest, that actually is a big deal to me. Because, and that's not against like any of my friends like Cool Walker and everything. You are a personal friend of mine who's hanging out with me. I have somebody I've known personally. So it for somebody who doesn't know me in the slightest to feel that they want to do fan art of my work means a lot. I hope I'm not slouching too much because I have the I don't have OBS up right now. Ah shit. Wrong layer. Back down to this one. Confirmed. Ponchos are awesome. Yes. It is confirmed. Let's add some slight detail. I'll do some slightly different coloring on it once I get some detail done. Just want to add like a couple of wrinkles. No, I gotta actually have it to the right color. Alright, let's go back to coloring because it's going to be lighter on the front part because once again, he is sitting next to a campfire. He's semi-facing a campfire, so there's going to be some brighter spots on part of him. Confirmed fan art? Yeah. Alright. So let me go back. I did say I was considering doing it. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to add in some stars, and I'm going to cheat how I do the stars instead of because I'm not going to do line art for the stars. They're just going to be straight white. No, I want to be smaller than that because I want the lines to be a little bit more jagged. I'm not very good at doing like random spotting. Like I still feel like I'm still too formulaic when I do shit like this. Yeah, I think this is pretty good right here. I think the only other thing I can think of that I would want to do... Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. I actually have 2 more steps I got to do. Actually, let's see where this part is. It's up there. Let's go right here. And the reason why the background doesn't have as much detail is I'm going to smudge it anyway. Nah, that's good enough. I'll leave it like that. I don't have to smudge it. And we're going to put a little happy little bush right over here. Yeah, actually, I will put a bush. Fuck it. And we're gonna put a little depressed bush. Not gonna put a happy bush. This is a depressing environment. We're gonna have a depressed bush way off in the distance. And it's gonna get its own layer. I give everything its own layer. No, gotta at least if I'm gonna do the line art, I'll do it right. I always forget I can actually zoom in, just so you guys know. Shit. There we go. I need to do a separate layer for this color. Yeah, depressing environment. So the lore for the world that takes place in, um, basically a demon portal opened up. It was actually a total of 4, but everybody thinks it's only 3. Hard explanation. And they started rampaging and destroying things, and most of our regular weaponry wouldn't work. It wasn't until like people figured out how to like channel magic and shit through their guns and stuff that they were able to start fighting back. And then once we started fighting back and actually like possibly had a chance of surviving and winning, Gaiju woke up because I wanted to fucking use Gaiju. Gaiju being like Godzilla kind of creatures, like just giant effing monsters. Woke up. And they caused their own problems. I have no idea how I wanted to do that. I just threw that together. There we go. We got it. We got our depressed little bush in the back. I felt it was needed. I could probably do a tree too if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. So now you have Gaiju, like just giant effing, just walking around. And like they themselves you wouldn't be fighting because they're just too effing powerful. You could mostly deter them from attacking, kind of like how you have to deal with Godzilla. It's usually their shedlings you have to worry about because that's like if a scale falls off, it will turn into a creature. Oh shit here. I'm not putting in speech balloons yet. This is the first point where somebody wakes up or says anything. There is probably thought balloons I'll be doing. Don't know yet. All right. I think think I just happen to do a lot better with content creation or like drawing and stuff like that when I'm in stream with you guys, because like this is probably some of my best. This is a lot better than I expected. Like I legitimately feel like I did a good job, because like my first couple attempts just looked atrocious, like horrible. Now I do still see some ways I'd want to improve, and I'll have to fine tune how he actually looks, like scars and everything. But I think this is a good point, and this is a good place for me to start. Um, yeah, this is where I'm at. If you guys want, you guys know how to hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Discord. Whatever you got. Leave a comment in this stream if you're watching it later, especially. Um, when I finish the webcomic, because I'll be working on it on stream, I'll definitely post it somewhere so you guys can access it. But I think next stream I will definitely be working more on the animation than this, just because this was just like something I wanted to get out of my head, and I did. I've got the first page effectively done, and I'm pretty proud of that. So, anyway, I'm gonna call the stream here. I am glad for everybody who did show up, able to hang out with me, have some fun. Yeah, art is always better when you enjoy the moment. When you got a good company, it does come out better. And I really need to stop slouching this much. Like I am almost practically laying down. Anyway, appreciate y'all. See you on the